Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, with the almost daily FarmSim show on my channel. My name is Paul, and with me, the one and only Disturb.
Good evening, everyone. How are we doing?
I'm fine. Let's see on how many people already joined the chat. Not that many.
One, two, three.
Psycho Connor, good evening. Nightcloak, hey.
About 10 so far. I should go.
So we are back.
Earlier.
We are back. We are back.
First time in a very long time.
Yeah, we are really back.
Lots has changed.
Did you miss me?
I did a lot.
Yeah.
So much so that I had to go and make my own Twitch channel.
Oh no. Basti, moin. Oh no, the next guy.
Yep. Eventually, I'll be standing facing you in the picture, but for now, we are
today
very, very early in development. So
yeah, today will only be a question and answer. So on Sunday, the first stream was basically not me doing anything regular because there were so many questions.
Yeah. I'm kind of
Hey, Finaga, hey. Pity, hi, Frunzi, servus, farm. I hope you guys know that today is the English stream. I really try to mark it. Timo is not here yet, but I think he will laugh his ass off too. He has the in German we say hat ein Händchen dafür. He has a hand for hopping in when it's funny. So I'm waiting for our cow dude. Holgi, hey, Pete, moin. No, it's
some friendly faces.
Yeah,
from my channel. So, what do we have to show off tonight, or do you just want a bunch of questions?
I don't know. Do we have to talk about something?
Dirt life, something like that. So that's roughly how it translates, isn't it?
Holgi, ja, wir haben Discord. Der ist im Channel verlinkt, unterm Channel. Der ist auch bei mir auf dem YouTube-Kanal verlinkt. Und wenn du bei Google Mais Plus eingibst, bekommst du auch den Discord-Link. Naibe. Hey, the Danish guy is here. So I don't know if you have something to show or if you want to ask, because I said there were two things. One, for I have to excuse myself. It was I am in a very bad health condition for a couple of weeks now, and it was quite impossible for me to play, stream, talk, think in a non-native language. So that was already very hard for me. And I really had nothing to talk about because we were not that far with the TerraLife Alpha that we could show something. So, we both agreed on just making a break before we make it annoying, right?
Yeah. And I've kind of not felt like doing this for a bit, so it worked out quite well. We'd got to the point where Maize Plus was pretty stable, and I think most people knew how that worked, hopefully, although from the questions we still get, I don't know. And we were waiting for TerraLife to be usable enough and to show stuff off.
There he is, Bavarian Redneck. Timo is there, I told you.
So kind of here we are.
Yeah, we really have rounded up a very, 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 very good team. Now
I've been sitting on the edge of the development of TerraLife to where it is now, because understandably you guys work in German and there's only so much that I can translate with DeepL and Google Translate as a rapid conversation goes past.
Yeah, we always try to pick the topics that are for the other part of the development team that is English only. That we keep that in English, but of course it slows us down when because when 10 people have to think suddenly in English when you could just ask in 2 minutes in German. So you are in between of both, because you are in between of both. So I'm sorry.
I mean, I
for
try. No, it's fine. I don't expect, like I say, I don't expect 10 people to work in English. So the one guy that speaks English, that can see it and wants to understand it, who doesn't actually do anything to help you, apart from throw in the odd comment, maybe. Yeah, it's just not constructive. So, and when you throw in random German words to just confuse Google Translate for me, that makes it even more interesting.
Hey Pete, you didn't have any meatballs in the UK before, or are they just from the consistency different to our German frikadellen? Because frikadellen I liebe, I love. Kapu Uwe, hi. Chris Quaid, hello.
Yeah, so I think we should probably get out of the way at the start is this is very much still a very early alpha with some stuff implemented, which may or may not make it into the final version.
At the moment, we are testing different crops on how they impact on the performance. That means with the density or the plants per square meter, on how performant costly the textures are and all that stuff. Of course, sorry. Of course, we have a lot of fill types and fruit types in there that need stuff to be added at the back end. So I will show you in a second, because we are mowing some clover grass for the fresh feed, and I think I can explain very well then on how all the other stuff works. So we have a new crop. It's called clover grass. It's a mixture of grass and clover. It's used for having some fresh food in between different crops. For example, you can plant it after barley before you go in with another crop, or after wheat before you plant barley. So this is a completely new fruit type with completely new fill types. You will have.
This is different to clover in FS19 Maize Plus?
Yeah, it's completely different. So we have. I'm sorry, I just see that I forgot to switch to the English version of the game, but
you can just translate all the words for us that are important.
Yeah. So you have the alfalfa now, as we had it in the 19 alpha, that you can trash it.
Yeah.
You can sell the hay. You can make silage out of it. Same with clover. You can trash it. Yeah. And then we have the clover grass, where you get hay and silage, but you cannot trash it. It's just that. Then we have the normal grass. Then we have the field grass that you can trash, hay, silage. Then we have what was the name for it?
Field grass?
No. Rainer, quick for Kräutergras. Herbgrass.
Okay.
This is a special grass that we will have for the Holzer map because of the Alps and the bio, the organic farming that is done there. Then we have meadow grass and we have pasture grass, and those have now all separate silages, hays, and all that stuff. Yeah. So
if for folks watching, you just look how long the list is of fill types now and crops.
And I'm quite happy that you cannot read the other ones. I mean, this is this is whole crop silage, the Ganzpflanzen.
Yeah, and we've got Hackenschnitzel there.
But the next one is mix silage. Two new type of silages. I mean, Weidegras silage, so meadow silage is also new, but those are mixed silage types that are new. Then we have wheat straw, barley straw, oat straw, spelt straw, rice straw, triticale straw, maize straw silage for the BGA.
Oh, so much.
Green cut.
That's cool.
We got new lime, carbocalc, and carbo lime and carbo lime liquid. We got the compost bag. We got cow manure, pig manure, horse manure, and so on and so on and so on and so on.
Are they all, are the different manures all going to behave differently?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Like everything, like the clover. This is what I meant. That the clover hay will have another impact on the feeding than the normal grass hay, and the clover grass hay will have a mixed impact.
Can we have an exam that people have to pass to be able to download it? So they have to read the PDF first and pass an exam.
Yeah, wait, the first I will do is welcome to everybody who joined now that I did not namely welcome because Duke, yeah, and of course this is what I see, Holland grass. No, we will not have cannabis in here.
That's what I hate.
Yeah. The exams, yeah. I mean, we will try to get a Netflix special, right? with your beautiful face and my ugly face. No, of course not. No, and this is just because where we started was that you said that it's just an alpha and so on. And I said that we have to implement a lot of stuff, no matter if the texture is final or just alpha. The back end, what you saw with the silages, the fill types, I need that to work on this stuff. I need that to work on the feeding because I need to have a working fill type to put it into the feeding to test if the feeding is working. So that means, I mean, did someone of you see the post of the feeding from yesterday? Maybe.
Yeah, I cried.
Yeah. Okay. What keeps your eye? Keep your eye on the screen and tell me what you see. What is different in here?
There's a different icon there.
Yeah.
There's a different icon in the middle, but you keep missing it, unfortunately. You know.
Yeah. Wait. There's a delay. Wait.
I guess it's hard to click on the right icon.
It's colored now.
It's branded.
Yes. And this will be the new animal system. At the moment, you can see only the old standard icons in here. It's just to test something else that is not in here. But you saw yesterday the sliders, right?
Yeah, all 472.
Yeah,
of them
those were
per animal.
this here. Yeah, because in the animal food edition that we have on the server, there are still just the 4 from Maze Plus. But with the new animal system, you will have endless sliders here. There's something to scroll. You can scroll it down. Yeah.
Oh, the fact that there's so many you have to scroll is just crazy. Are we going to talk about at any point how all that stuff might work?
A little bit. Because in FS19 already, we were very unhappy with the way that we could extend the feeding. When we did Maze Plus, we didn't want to touch the feeding. Then we played a week and said, "Oh no, that's not the way we want to play it. It's awkward." Then we saw that there are so many limitations in the game that we could not extend the sliders over 4. That means everything that you put in there. For example, you have 200 different food types or fill types. No matter on how special they are, no matter on how advanced the production is. For example, you have canola, you bring it to a factory. They produce canola oil and canola, these I don't know how it's called at the end. I will say canola grist. Yeah, what comes afterwards out that you have for the feeding. That will fucking have the same impact on the feeding as if you put canola directly in the slider, because you only have 4 sliders that you can divide it on. So that means that the mixer wagon ratio, you could put 200 ingredients in there, but it only filled up 4 sliders. It only was the same for everything.
Yeah, I think that confused a lot of people as well.
Uh, Canola cake, you mean? Okay, yeah. That in German is Rapskuchen. Yeah, that fits. Okay. So now we can really say a cow at a certain age needs that, a cow a certain age needs that, a bull a certain age needs that, a special type of cow needs a certain, yeah. We can split it now up on as many sliders as we want to and give the food much more meaning. That means, for example, you have alfalfa, clover, or alfalfa silage. If you put it in here, you have at best it's filling up the base food slider, the first or the second, and that's it. But if you put in grass silage, it fills up the same. But the the alfalfa silage is much more worth than the grass silage. How can you measure this in the feeding? Now we can measure it because it's base food, it's protein food, it's maybe for beef cattle or for milk production very good. So you give much more, you get much more bonus on top of it. So we can really differ now on how much a food affects the outcome, and this is so freaking fucking amazing. And it will be a lot of sliders in here, but of course the mixtures will be also set up that they feed when you make a TMR, that they feed all the necessary sliders. But now, if you yeah.
Can we talk about, or are you going to show some of the other recipes that are involved? That we spoke about a little while ago.
I'm stuck. What I can show is, this is what I just wanted to say. We have those recipes in here, yeah? The different recipes. So they have variations in what you put in there. You could make it hard on you by restricting several percentages, but that was the only thing that was really, the fun fact, because you could fill with all recipes the same sliders.
Yeah.
And it made no difference. It was just on how hard you wanted it to have. And with the new ones, for example, this is a recipe for beef cattle. If you feed the beef cattle recipe to a milk cow, it will miss stuff. You have to make a milk cow recipe for the milking cows. The same for the young stock. The same for the heifers. The same for the beef bulls and all that stuff. So it really has an effect.
That's kind of the stuff that I've been doing in some of my games with Maize Plus and force it, but you have to make yourself do it. Whereas in this, you'll be forced, well, not quite forced, but you'll have to, like say, make a beef cow TMR to get the best value out of your beef.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have to send greetings, Susanne, love of my life, on a very platonic way. Ah, she's there. Nice. You had to force yourself. That meant you could adjust the level of realism that you wanted only by okay, I will do it. But now
by choosing rather than being forced.
Yeah, and now it is that way. That means that if you are lazy, I don't know whom I'm talking to. No, if you are lazy.
Says the man who makes most of his silage from grass silage and maize silage only.
Yeah, because I have to show and always. I used a lot of F11, so.
I know.
And I will hate myself. Because there are two options. I do it the right way in the streams, and you will see a lot of me feeding a lot, and a lot of swearing, or I just cheat it. But I really want to do it. Now that we are not that stressed anymore.
I think the important thing to remember with the stuff that people see on these is it's testing. It's not how you actually want to play at the moment.
Funny enough, the biggest difference now is Maize Plus was my personal, private, one and only project. where I had to rely on Modell Aisha and maybe 2 or 3 other guys. And if it does not work the way you want it, and you are always depending on someone to do something, it really made my life not easy. Yeah. But now, yes, TerraLife is also born in my brain and in the project. I mean, I'm the project manager, so to say. But now we have a complete team who puts all their heart and effort into it. So it's TerraLife is a team project. That means if something goes wrong in the stream with a certain crop, it's not that I have to care at that moment, oh my God, how will I fix it? It's people in the team see it and already start fixing it while we are streaming.
Yeah, because they're all watching. Most of them are watching.
Yeah.
And I've been so impressed. I think I've said it already in the last however long, 20 minutes, how good the team are at just getting stuff done. It's very impressive. So there was a question from Nightcloak about the exact percentages of what you put into the TMR don't matter as long as you achieve the specific type of TMR. So like now, as long as you get in the bars, your beef TMR is going to behave the same. However, you subtly vary the mix within the limits.
Yeah, it's like a mini game. Just being in the and that's the only thing that you gain out of it. And now it's quite different.
Yeah, but now rather than each TMR having the same effect as long as you complete the mini game, they will have different effects.
Hey, Robert Bull is also there. He's
I saw him earlier.
He's the crop XML guy. So the yield of the clover grass is close to non-existent. So so each TMR feels correct. Basically, it is you have, just to simplify it, you have 3 different TMRs. And that means in the previous game or with Maze Plus, you had 12 sliders to put the TMR on. But because 4 sliders are always the same, it were not 12. It were always the 4. But now with the 3 TMRs for young heifer or for young milk and beef, it means you have 12 sliders. But they are all different in the outcome. Of course, the base food slider will be the same. So every TMR will fill up the base food slider. Every TMR will fill up to a certain percentage the roughage slider. But then you split it up to protein, energy, milk, beef. Young stock needs a lot of calcium so grow energy. I don't know how it is called. The implements or supplements. So it all differs now.
That kind of thing. You might not know this one yet. If you try and feed the wrong TMR, how will the game behave? If it doesn't satisfy certain sliders. Because the reason I ask is I remember one of the very first things that you helped me with, pointed out when I was making videos on FS19 and customizing stuff, was what happens when you don't have the right, corresponding fill types to match between your TMR and the sliders for the animal you're trying to feed.
I'm not sure yet.
That's fine.
No, I'm not sure yet, but wait, I have to make it a little quieter. But I think we will make it a little bit like a buffer type. So that means that for every cow type and subtype and age, and so that there will be all sliders available. But
they have less effect.
No, they have 0 effect.
Yeah.
So if you have, for example, you have a calf that only gets milk in the first couple of weeks, and you put in a beef cattle TMR, it does not fill the slider of this cattle, but it will instead fill up the manure pit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so something like this.
Yeah.
It's very early in the development, but something like that will be kind of so that you will not stand in the stable and you suddenly cannot unload or something like that. No, it will give you really. If small Kevin goes in the wrong stable with the wrong mixture,
Yep.
yeah, so you will have an effect, a negative effect.
That's cool. I was pretty sure you'd work a way of doing it. I just remember breaking my game a few times when I was still learning.
Yeah. So now with it was just for the showing purpose now, but with the clover grass, when you put this now as a fresh food in the cow husbandry, you will have a different effect than you would have if you just need take meadow grass and feed it, or field grass, or alfalfa. So now it is really making a point on which crop to plant, on which crop you need for your feeding. We made sure that you can almost produce everything that is needed in the feeding yourself. Yeah, so that there's always a way around to buy stuff. But you really have to make your crop plan very carefully if you want to be successful.
That's going to be very cool, but very, very difficult for people to grasp, I think.
Yeah. Astro, yes, will be only available in TerraLife maps for this farm sim.
Because it does mean that, like, you can't just go and plant, say, grass and you're good, which you can do with current Maize Plus, pretty much. In this, you'll have to have, I guess the way I'm kind of thinking on my feet here as to how I might do it, but you'd probably have smaller fields with a bigger variety of crops.
Yeah. What Nightcloak was asking, what happens when you put it in the wrong trough, so to say. Yeah, it would be an option, like Nightcloak says, Nightcloak said, shame wheelbarrow. No, wait. No, you said it. We don't have to.
Yeah, I said it. Yeah.
Why not put the stuff that is not fitting for the stable right on the food stable as manure?
I like that idea.
Yeah.
Something that
so
I
there's so
really
much.
miss.
Yeah, there's so much to work around.
Yeah. That's a bit that I really miss from FS19 is that extra step of, cleaning out before you feed and that kind of thing.
Yeah. I'm missing that too.
That would be very cool if the stuff you put in that was wrong at the end of the day or whatever was thrown out on the floor.
Fatty Gubby, thank you for your 10 bits. And where is the picture of your sister? Another year.
Geez, I'd forgotten about that.
Yeah, me not. I do not. No, there is Achim. Hey, and give some love and props to Achim Mobile because he's the main scripter at the moment on the animal system. And just to make it clear, half a year ago, Achim said he will never use Maize Plus. What a crap. And I said I will never use productions like Revamp. And he and Braven are the Revamp guys. And they are now in the team. And I'm so happy. And we are so happy together. And we are achieving stuff we would never have done or never had the possibility to accomplish if we both did not crash into each other. So really props out to Achim Mobile and Braven.
I remember I don't remember who it was, but I remember some of the early team meetings were quite interesting as these kind of different communities crashed into each other and have somehow formed this really, really effective team at getting this stuff done.
Where I'm really proud of is that I would say 80% of the guys that formed the new TerraLife team from the farming agency have not been in any modding team at all before. So we are all, so to say, childs in. We are not misused. Yeah, we are not used to bad. So that means we are all all guys that can really like each other, and on top of everybody has a good skill on his side. So it's a really healthy team that we have, so to say.
I've said it several times. The way that it's a fairly mixed bunch from a lot of different countries.
Yeah.
And the way everyone just gets on and does stuff is just so cool. From someone who just sits on the side and watches it, and as I say, occasionally tries to make somewhat helpful comments, it's really impressive to see that I'm not sure if it will come across in the translation right, but to see the machine work as TerraLife is sort of evolved. It's a very cool thing. So.
Yeah, it's really impressive. I mean, just take alone Ola, who has a skill set that is way beyond everything I could have imagined from the how can I say it? He's working in the departure, so to say, that we were missing. And that I thought we will never have any hands on, and he's just in it. I mean, who is fit in Houdini? Giants is, but now we have Ola. Ola is too. We have Loki. We have Weasel. We have Achimobile. We have Raven. We have BGO. We have Glowin. I mean, everybody out there should know Glowin. That he's also a very decent guy and makes special stuff. Yeah,
we've got a mix as well of people that do this professionally, and then the farm sim stuff is their hobby, but it makes use of their profession. And then we've got people that this is just what they do for fun.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
Pedicando, have you any ideas on which maps TerraLife will be? Yes, not only ideas. I can tell you that the first map with TerraLife will be the Holzer map. So our team maps will be the first, the Holzer map, then the Eifler Land map, then the Bergisch Land map, then the Thüringer map from Castor, and then we will see.
The stuff for the maps that are being developed, the 3D map, the farm sim map. I can't think of the right words. They look really cool without the fact that we're laying TerraLife over the top of them. They're really nice maps, so it's I don't think you're going to struggle for running out of interesting maps to play. Can we talk about the trying to think of the right words to say this without giving stuff away if you're not happy? Can we talk about, we've said what the different maps are, but how the different maps might be?
Holzer map, for example, is a Bavarian map from Holz, Tegernsee. It's a hilly map in the south of Germany.
Yeah. And what's the other? Bergischland. That was a great map on FS19.
Yeah, so you guys basically know on how it is because you played it back in the days in FS19.
Yeah, that'll be one that I jump on straight away because that was a lot of fun. A lot of fun, that map.
Just that you understand, Nightclogus, we had a little discussion. He meant that the pictures I showed was from northern Austria because he thinks as an Austrian that this part of Bavaria belongs to so just that you get the connection. Then
you Europeans.
Eifler Land will be a little bit more of in between the Bergisch Land and the Holzer map. So it's also some hilly. It's from the Eifel, so to say, where the brewery Bitburger and all that stuff comes from this direction. The Thüringer map, not to explain Thüringen. It's a real real life rebuild. Like the Eifler Land is also a real life rebuild. Like the Holzer map too. Just the Bergisch Land is imagined by this landscape, but is very, very on point.
And the pictures that have been shared for the Halter map look
Yeah.
amazing so far for matching real life to farm sim, which is one of the things I love.
Nightcloak on Code Farm, no comment at the moment. Any Italian maps, no comment at the moment. I can say that I'm working with Universal Simulation with our French partners. Greetings out to Bruno. That we are looking for a French partner to have a French map, because we have one guy in the team. He's called Achimobile, and he wants lavender in the game, and we need a map for that. So. And with our partner Novak is a French company, so it would be nice to have a French map. I'm pretty sure that there will be a Dutch map.
That's cool.
But we can. I mean, we will have, every map will have its unique features, yeah. So that that the crops and all that stuff is geographically right. So that means we will have. Oh, I cannot do it talking and in cab reverse driving. I can't do it. So
that's the bit I was trying to get at without mentioning it, in case we weren't going to cover it. That things might vary a little bit.
Yeah, we will. I think at the moment, when we take a look at the performance, I would say that we will not put more than 40 crops in one map. But we will have way more crops. That means that some maps will have crops that others don't, to make it very special. I mean, if you have a look at the crops at the moment, oh my goodness! Now to get them all in English. Okay,
can I guess some?
we have summer wheat, we have winter wheat, we will have summer barley, but at the moment we have only barley in here. We got oat, we got triticale, we got spelt, we got rye, we got the sorghum. It's the giant standard for thrashing. We got maize, we got silage, also maize for corn, so to say. Then silage maize, then we got silage sorghum, potatoes, sugar beets, carrots, onions, sunflower, canola, linseed, soybean, white lupine. It's the flag crop from DSV, the king of the crops, so to say. Alfalfa, clover grass, normal grass, meadow, pasture grass, field grass, herb grass. No, this is then the meadow. Then we got the greenings, flour mix. We got warm seasons, cold seasons, maize pro, special for if you have maize afterwards. We will have, I think, 2 or 3 other greenings, because they have specialties that we would use. Mustard, oilseed radish is the standard oilseed radish, but it's quietly heavily improved, so to say. We got Muscanthus back.
Excellent. That was randomly one of my favorite crops that was part of FS19 and the maps that you guys did.
Wait, English stream and the first alpha stream was last Sunday. It will be long away to the result. Can I go nowhere where you are not already?
The first one was someone asking where they can download it.
Ah, okay.
It's a little way off yet.
Yeah, you see now why I said it would be no good idea if you play with me today, because I cannot get hold of it.
Yeah, no, because I'm not in the game, I can use Google Translate as well. Yeah. So it's definitely a better idea, me doing what I'm doing.
What I can spoiler is that we will have not only the sugar beet, but also the feed beet.
Oh, excellent. Awesome.
And this is just because of one modder out there possible. And I could bite my tongue at the moment to say his name, but greetings go out to Brian for demodding because of his excellent beet harvester that he made.
Yeah.
The small one, because sugar beet normally get picked up by the leaves. Because they are more out of the ground than sugar beets are. They would fall over if you use, and they would get shredded. So with this harvester that he has, it is possible for us to make the the feed beet, because they get harvested that way.
Yeah, I was actually watching a YouTube video of someone harvesting fodder beet earlier this week.
And we won't do any crops where we have no machinery for. Yeah. So, but this is now the best example. There's a guy doing a machine, so we deliver the fruit. That is really, yes, and this is where I'm really happy about.
Yeah, that list is just insanely long, and as you say, they won't all fit potentially. So,
yeah, we have I think it is possible that we will have bees and peas also. I'm not sure if it is really necessary, because you always have to keep in mind TerraLife for FS22 will be the benchmark for PC on showing giants what might be possible. And with their help, we can maybe implement an FS25 or however it is called to get it on console. So we really try to get all out at the moment. And props and greetings to Giants for keeping their promise with increasing the fruit type limit to 64. It was a lot of beer that was floating down. But no, really, really, for everybody out there, because I know that the English-speaking community is one of the most annoyed by Giants. I really often read very bad comments in the English section that Giants won't help modders, that Giants doesn't listen and all that stuff. Like I said to you in the beginning, right? Just talk to them.
Yeah, just talk to them.
Don't talk to social media. Talk to them actually, and use a tone you really want to use, have used on your own.
Yeah, I hate that when people go on Facebook and say that they need to do this. And it's like, just actually talk to Giants.
Yeah.
If that's who you mean by they.
Yeah, Giants is
people won't actually go and talk to the sort. Maybe they're scared to talk to the actual people, so they just go on Facebook and rant. I don't know, but
yeah, and don't do it on a way that you annoy them. That you come back when you put a question out there and you have the chance to get it personally to them. Just wait a decent time for the answer, because you are not the only one. Maybe this giant person is the only one orbiting your planet, but they have hundreds of thousands that are orbiting their planet, so they will come to you. It takes time. It is another time system than we have in the modding community, because we can react much faster. They listen, and they really do. And if they see that is something promising, of course they will do. So very, very, very big thank you to Giants, and I don't get paid for it. I still am a pain in the ass at Giants. I know that they don't like me, but I can only say really, really thank you for that. And on all the other topics where we talked about, they really make it possible that modders can improve the game. Yeah, with the grass, it's a lot. It's still not the end, but we are basically at the end of the color spectrum.
How many different shades of green can you use?
You can use a lot, but how many really look good on your PC, on the PC that is used with standard colors, on the PC that is used with NVIDIA colors, on the PC that is used with reshade, and then we go to all the different reshade shaders.
And then for the person that's got it in colorblind mode.
Yeah. You know that this is a running gag that you even are not aware of?
Yeah, I know it's a running gag. I was on the show with DJ.
yeah, but you were not on the voice call with Robert and me, and I said the whole time, why do you have so crappy colors? Do you have the colorblind mode on? And he said, no, I never changed it, and he had. So it was really funny.
No, I was referring to the show we did with DJ, where we had colorblind mode and some other mode, yeah.
So and with the greenings also, they will extend. Because there are greenings that are used for mob grazing or for feeding. I cannot talk about the aspects of the whole season stuff, the whole stuff that is with the densities and rotting and moisture and precision farming, because that is all in our English part of the development. That sounds really big, huh? Quite. It sounds like a big, our English branch.
Yeah, the UK, the English-speaking branch and the German-speaking branch of the team.
Yeah. So and sometimes some weird Scandinavian jokes in there, right? No, it's just we want to develop independent our stuff. Independent means that we don't have to speak every time we change something with the crops to them, and they don't have to give us changes for the crops because the crops are not ready. We have to develop the crops and all that stuff first, and they have to develop the other stuff first, and then will there be a certain point in time where we try to merge them, and after that we have to merge the maps that we built into this TerraLife Plus system. And it will not be called TerraLife, so much I can spoil. It will be called TerraLife Plus. No, it's because TerraLife is a branded name, and yes, we are allowed to use it because we use TerraLife, but it is TerraLife Plus, so much more. So, and why not keep up the name scheme that we had with Maize Plus?
Yeah, I think it's kind of a brand bit, isn't it? That it's the plus on the end.
Yeah,
is because a lot of what Maize Plus did, I think people think about it with more like maize silage and stuff. So yeah, I think it works.
The good thing, Achim says, I like the name. A little side story for you guys. Achim and me, we were talking about the stuff that we need some stuff from Maize Plus and that we just integrated, and that we don't have to change the map all the time when we change a small amount of things. And we talked about making a terror. Really terror, terror. Terror. And then we came up with the name TerraLife. That we don't get confused with later development that we have TerraLife in there, so we wanted to use terror. And but now we ended up in TerraLife, and then we forgot to cut the ending plus. So then we had TerraLife Plus, and it makes total sense to use this name.
Yeah,
so
it's consistent with the branding, isn't it? So.
Yeah. I mean, there are now other modders that use the word plus behind. I don't know why. If they want to hop on the bandwagon or whatever.
Probably.
But yeah.
I think that, I guess one of the really cool things about all the stuff we've just spoken about is because the maps will be different regions, they'll be tailored a little bit to different regions potentially. It means that you're not going to have the same experience every time you move map. You're probably going to have to tackle things differently.
Yeah, and with the features, they are really so different that it makes a complete new game style. And I know that we will not target the people who will have in 1 year 200 maps played. We want to target the people who play maybe 2 years on 3 or 4 maps, whatever their taste is at the moment, or people who want to do role play or server projects who are really interested in learning something about farming, in reproducing maybe their real life farming experiences now in the game because it's in the game. And so I'm not quite sure if we are really into this stuff. No, I'm sure that we are not into the stuff that we were in FS19, where we did over 100 maps with this stuff, because This time we want to play with the stuff ourselves. We want to have fun. We want to have our own maps. Finally, we have our own maps. We don't have to do it on other people's maps. It kind of sounds a little bit arrogant, but if you have a look at the history of the way on how we grew and on what we did, it makes total sense.
Yeah, I think from your experience through FS19 as well, the keeping it smaller and more focused is going to be better for the team involved as well.
I'm not using GPS at the moment for here. I'm just using enhanced vehicle.
Yeah, it's enhanced vehicle you're using for the steering, isn't it?
I think it's better to do less in quantity but more in quality, and it's not even that we came up with this idea. It's basically a Giants idea.
Yeah.
Because they always put 2 maps in the game that have different regions.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, okay, we will have 4 or 5 maps for sure. So, and there we can give support, and there we can update, and maybe we need to tweak here and there something of the features, or we have a new cool feature for... I don't know, a cool feature for the hay drying, and it is something that is fitting on the Holzer map, and so we just need to update this map and not the whole ecosystem.
Yeah.
And
given that they're maps that are within the team, it'll be much easier to control that, and like you say, provide support, and we're not having to worry that, you know, some random person's done a bad implementation, and the problem is in the implementation, not in what the work that's been done by the team.
Oh, give me a sec. I'm back in a sec.
Yep. So let me just try and find some things in the chat. Braven, I think we might mention the spoiler project, but yeah, Paul didn't get around to putting it on the server beforehand. We were chatting about it before we went live, and yeah, I'm still super excited.
I kind of forgot something.
Yeah, you forgot to put Braven spoiler on the server.
No. This.
A beverage. I assume that was the sound of a beverage.
Prost! Skull.
Yeah, so I think that the focus on less, but more featured and better is... I think the other thing that's going to be good for is, you know, when these are available...
Sorry, I have to break into... Nightclock, you're an asshole. Because you know that it's your beer that you sent me. Yes, it is Austrian. Thank you for sending it.
Yeah, I think that it'll make it easier for, you know, when people are trying to get their brains around TerraLife. If there's only, you know, a few variations that it can be, it'll be easier for those of us that provide support to actually help.
Yeah. I mean, the key features are just the key features, right?
Yeah.
So that means you will have them, and you can support on them, no problem. Things like the feeding, the basic understanding of it will be the same, so it doesn't matter on which map you are. But yeah, special features on crops, on maybe productions or other chains will be completely different from map to map, but it will be understandable. So it is not something that you need to make a new test over, right?
Yeah, and it'll all be compatible. It won't be, you know, like with Maize Plus and with maps coming out with more crops and things on, you know, where you exceed the number of height types and that kind of thing. That won't be an issue with TerraLife.
Yeah, this and the other thing is, there is no, I used Maize Plus on blah 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 map and the stable, the husbandry is not working, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
we have our husbandries, we have our buildings, we have our extended stuff on the maps. We built the maps, we built the environment, so we know it will work. So you really get a completely set up map that will work, and you can really concentrate on those things to learn. And yeah, that's true. Hashtag support doesn't hurt. If you want to support us, please use the promo code AlienPaul for purchasing stuff from giants like the Seasons Pass or the Göweil DLC that really shines with TerraLife. With Maze Plus, already, you have features on top.
Yep.
And we will always give you our stuff for free on ModHub. So there's never ever a Patreon or share mods paywall or whatever. So the only support that you can give us is really by using the promo code or hopping some dollars or cents. Or you can go to the Amazon wish list. Then you will support me personally.
Yep, you can send Paul beer and food.
Yeah, or some clothing too is on there and a print. So Casa Farms, thank you for your 500 bits. Wow. So we can talk.
I guess now we are attempting to feed some fresh.
No, I will let it. I will just that because I think they have the feeding is full because the time is stopped.
Yeah, because I guess you guys are actually using this server still to play somewhat properly, or some of you are.
Yeah. This is our ongoing save game. This is the rescued save game that BGO rescued from Maze Plus to TerraLife now. So
I recognize it.
It's completely the same. So I don't want to waste it. By now we have the first TerraLife English stream, so a lot of explaining, and I don't want to kill the time, and we later on don't get to do the job properly. So right.
Yep, that makes complete sense.
I just want to show you guys something. Also done by Achimobil is we have Night Cloak. Watch it. We have the much more realistic seeder.
I didn't realize this was on here.
Plus, Cedar Plus. We need to
realistic Cedar Plus.
So you have different categories. This is the crop seeds that you have here. Irrsinreiner built new realistic pallets with realistic pallets.
Those are cool. They've got the film around them as well.
Yeah, and you can pick from 300, 600, and 1050 liters. Yeah,
That's really cool.
Of course, all branded seeding that we have. It's all named by the seeds that our partner DSV has.
So that one is a category, and then there are individual seeds for each crop.
Yeah, and then you have the oil seeds. That is the canola, winter canola.
Yeah.
It's also a branded one because it's Smaragd, it's from DSV. We got the linseed, is Lirina, also from DSV. Sunflower from DSV. And that's it. And then we have field food, so to say. Yeah, Ackerfutter, it means in German. So this is alfalfa, Fleetwood, also branded.
Yeah.
Power Stock Mix is the silage sorghum. Clovergrass is the Country Greenland 2004. It's also a real existing seed.
So it uses their brand names for.
Yes.
That's cool.
Then we got Petroshka. That's I think it's a silage corn. Clover is Bianca. It's also DSV. Alfalfa we had already. Then we have the grass seeds. That is the field grass.
I do agree with Nightcloak. This is a really nice way of not having each separate one being a store item and just the store being completely full of seed pallets.
The DSV, the Miscanthus is also there. The Country Energy we have. That I think the other was 2031. Yes, 2031, and this is 2023. So they all have really the specialties. This
It
is
is literally the designation of the crop for the seed.
yeah, and this is 2016. So this is
Yeah.
all really that we have the country horse. I can buy a pallet of that. It's too short because in shop it's a little bit bright. Then we have the legume part. That means soybean.
Hmm.
This is the white lupine. Selena, it's also original DSV. Oh yeah, those two at the moment. Then the greenings, warm season.
Hmm.
Oilseed radish is a reset. The Maize Pro. It's all branded seed stuff. Conceptone is also DSV's mustard. Flour mix seeds. Cool season. Warm season, yeah, we were through that. Yeah, the for the root crops, yeah, the carrots, the onions that have to be seeded. Way back here, the potatoes that have to be planted, of course. Yeah, and the Doika, these are still the old Doika things with the old sack,
Yep.
but we also have, of course, new pallets for that with real life pallets, with real life sacks, sack capacities and sizes.
Oh, nice.
Of course, they all work with Achimobiles and Loki's autoloader.
Hmm.
They have to.
Yep. Yeah, it'd be kind of embarrassing if they didn't work with the team's other mods.
Yeah.
There's a really good question as to whether the TerraLife maps will have rebalanced economies.
Yes, and you know what the
Um,
best thing is? I wanted to have Elky to do it, and BGO said, or Braven said, didn't Disturb want to do it? And I said, yeah, you're correct. And I said, but he's
did he?
working in pounds, so no, yeah, we will have we have a base balance because it doesn't matter if you're in South Germany, North, West,
Mm,
East. There will be a decent amount of same prices for stuff,
yeah.
but of course, depending on where you are with the map, you will have different prices. For example, I'm not sure if it is that way. It's just firing me in the dark. But wood chips, for example, should be cheaper in the Bavarian forest than in the Rhineland
Mm,
region. Yeah, so
yeah.
stuff like that that is different from
Yeah.
others.
I think the bit that will probably be where I can add value is the stuff that I did in videos afterwards, like checking that all the animal finances are balanced and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, with the animals, we are. I mean, this is still an alpha, a really early
Mm,
alpha, but so much I can say the animal system is really completely overdone and will be much more overdone later on.
mm,
That you will have a difference if you are working with milk animals or beef animals or pension animals like horses.
mm,
Um, we will focus on just a couple of animals. So we just to clarify again, we bought from the how is it called, the guy who built them, from the
the artist, I guess.
yeah, we bought the same animals from the same artist as Farmer Andy did for Hof Bergmann. We bought them from the artist, so we paid our couple of $100. So that means the animals come with the same animation and all that stuff. But we are improving them. We are doing our own so to say, a bit of them. So they will be different. We will have much more animal types or races, cow races types and stuff.
Yeah.
And we will focus more on cows, sheep, horses, chicken, pigs, and maybe goats. But I don't give a duck for the ducks. I don't give a
Or
duck for
cats, or
yeah. Really, we don't care for that. We don't focus on that because we want to give you guys a very decent animal system, feeding system with TerraLife acre and ground feeding system that is understandable, realistically replayable, and we don't have to give you 15 different animals that make no sense for setting up the feeding. I mean, if we have all the other stuff done and the feeding is working and all that, maybe we will somewhere out there make an update for wildlife cats or stuff like that. But this is not our main goal. Our main goal is cattle at all. Yeah.
Mhm.
Then of course the pigs and the chicken. Then the other stuff comes on top. With the goats, it's a nice to have, but having the different animal ages and types in male and female makes much more sense for the use cases of the feeding and farming that we want to show.
Mm.
So
It's it's focused a lot around the real life farming that you and other members of the team have done, I
yeah.
guess, and are interested in.
And now this is also something that I can take up in front. I will have a meeting with Shizzle, who makes the enhanced animal system, um, and we will not stand in the way to optimize his animal system with the current Maze Plus, so that he has it easier to implement stuff in Maze Plus and the other way around, because those are both global mods.
Mm.
Yeah, they have to work together to give you guys a good experience. But this has nothing to do with TerraLife. TerraLife is completely different. It's completely loosened from Maze Plus or any other stuff. So just that you guys know, we are not jealous or whatever that he has the Farmer Andy animals now globally, because back in the days, I think it's a year ago, I really cherished and said I would wish that Farmer Andy could make it possible to make the animals globally on every map.
Mm.
Because I really can share, I really can say nice, good one. They have their main focus on other aspects that we don't touch. So it's really a good thing that he gives permission to mappers and others to use the stuff. It really makes me happy because it's a different approach of the animal stuff, and because it's all globally with the enhanced animal system and Maze Plus, you can basically use this on every map. And for most of the people, this is more than enough than that
Yeah.
they can handle. So we won't touch that. So there won't be a feature update for Maze Plus with any other feedings or stuff like that. No. If there will be an update, I mean, next week or this week will be an update from Maze Plus, but it's just a bug fix. And silage additive globally in all balers, forage wagon, harvesters, and also the Göweil, so you don't have to change the XML files anymore. The mower conditioner bug is fixed, and we gave you some foil colors for
Mm.
to pick. But this is the only thing that we do. But if Chisel now needs something changed in Maze Plus so that it will work better with the enhanced animal system, we will do that. We are open to that because it's a complete different kind of animal type
Mm.
project, whatever. I just want to get that cleared out. So we do not take something from him. He does not take something from us. We don't take something from Hof Bergmann. They don't take something from us. It's completely different. We are completely in a different development situation. Only because we have the same starting animals,
Mm.
objects, models
Yeah.
There will be some similar visuals from time to time, but not when we are ready.
Yeah, they've started from the same place, but they've been developed separately.
Yeah.
And I think Maize Plus and Enhanced Animal System complement each other really well. So it's great that you know, we're talking to him. There is a channel for Enhanced Animal System on the Maize Plus Discord.
Yeah, I opened it up
So
because
it's,
because I can I don't know the English word for ich kann gönnen. It means I'm happy when you have something. I can be happy about that you have something. How is there a saying for it in English?
I'm struggling, but I get what you mean. Yeah, I get what you mean. It's been a long day.
Yeah,
It's,
if others have
he's got something good, and you're happy that that good thing exists.
yeah, and I'm happy for him. I'm not
Yeah.
not greedy about it. I'm just happy for him. I can say the opposite of Schadenfreude. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
I can indulge. I'm not sure if that's the right word, but you get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's always the whole farming agency stuff. When Robert and me founded it back in the days, it was all about modders working together and sharing stuff. And if you have the main part in this mod, then you get the credits for it. And if it is the other way around, it's So man muss auch Junge können. Yeah, I think you have to be, as an English-speaking guy, you have to be a lot. You have to spend a lot of time in Cologne to know this sentence.
Having spent 0 time even in Germany, that's going to be difficult.
Yeah, and for the audience out there, yeah, maybe it is, but so yeah. Did you? I think you saw some of the colorful crops. I even used some of them to fill up the.
So that looks like one of the ones you had in the Alpha in FS19.
Yeah, this year, for example, is warm seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the first growing stage. Oh, okay. Drum roll, please. A big drum roll for our bull. Yeah, I can't hear the drum roll.
There you go. I'm trying to annoy people by hitting my microphone.
I didn't hear.
I don't know if it came through or not.
This is the same canola that you saw in the Maize Plus streams, where I sprayed the wheat, where it was just a flattened texture on the ground. It's still the same growth stage, but after bull changed stuff on it.
Yeah.
And this is now looking like canola in the first growth stage.
Yeah. That's actually one that I see on the farms near where I live. So
yeah, it's really nice now. And he changed not one crop, not 2 crops, not some of the crops. He changed all the crops. So that means you will have, for example, this year is the oilseed radish. This is the first growth stage. For someone who edited already some stuff in maps knows that oilseed radish has only one growth stage normally. Not anymore. So you can.
it looks really nice as well.
Yeah, this is the first growth stage, and you will have a second, and you can destroy it by tire tracks. You will have crop destruction.
Oh, is crop destruction 2.0 coming back?
No, because it will be crop
It'll
destruction
be 3.0.
3.0. Yeah.
Yes. So that means I can't drive on my grass fields anymore.
No. It is the crop we have at the moment. We have 2.50 crop destruction plus, right?
Yep.
We have at the moment we have 2.5 because it's the crop destruction 2.0 that we had in FS19, but without the script. So This is crop destruction that we have at the moment that is possible to do without a script. So it's the 2.0 of the out there guys trying and not achieving crop destruction in the maps. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, that sounds arrogant, but it is. Because Bull and Achim are doing great stuff, and BGO on that part.
Yeah.
This is just without script. So with the script, there will be changes on top of it. It will be even much better. Some of the changes that are made now, we cannot put into this map anymore because, as you can imagine, if you have a save game of 500 or 600 hours with Maze Plus, and all of a sudden you have to increase all the stuff, put new crops in, everything is messed up, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And props. And condolences to BGO
For having to rebuild it all.
He saved our save game, so we lost nothing. Even the trim lines are still there, and all is in order as it was. Everything that we built is like it was. So to make the other stuff in the map here, he would have to change the save game again, and maybe in a couple of weeks we will do it, but not now. At the moment we have other priorities to deal with. But just to give you the hint, there will be much more growth stages, and for all the guys who, like us in the team, were annoyed by giants having 8 growth stages but only 4 textures, with TerraLife Plus not anymore.
That's cool. And that is quite frustrating if you don't know that crops have 2 growth states per texture.
Yeah, the for example, the annoying topic that we had with green mowing, with the harvesters, where you could cut the harvest ready barley, for example. Normally, you can cut 1 state before.
Yeah.
That means it is more yellow, but not that greenish, but it is not that yellowish as it is in the game. And now in the game you have only green or yellow, right? So we changed that too. That we have this in German. It means Teigreife. It is 1 stage before the corns itself will ripe up.
Yep.
They are then like wet floor that you use for baking. They're moistured more. You cannot trash them, but you can harvest them, and you can use the energy out of it for feeding.
Yeah.
Seems you try to crash the engine permanently. No, and this is the good thing. At the moment, we have not really a feelable impact on the performance. We are all that we do at the moment is we are working on the base game plants per square meter. How is it called?
Density.
Yeah, no, that was the other way. Units per pixel.
Yeah.
Or how it is called.
Dots per inch.
Yeah, or dots per, something like that.
Yeah.
So this is what we try. We try to make it look good with the base game settings. So
do you mean the grid size?
Yeah, no. When you go in the XML of a crop, there you can put in how you see this is very far out from each other. Yeah.
Yep.
It is set on 3, something like that. You can set it on 5, then it's very dense, but it will kill your performance. And the way giants change the textures in FS22, it is that they achieved a very good looking finish of everything with a lower density of the num blocks per unit. Thank you, Noodle Zipper. I'm sorry. I'm still not into the non-native language streams.
Density is because num block per unit is like the variable name, I would assume, which probably means nothing to
Yeah,
75% of the people watching.
yeah, but if you say density, then all the scripters and mappers jump up because the density maps are still something different.
It's true.
Yeah, so this is why why I tried so hard on remembering
Yep.
the word, and because
Yep.
I didn't do anything in FS22 on this XMLs yet, because everything does Robert. He did in FS19, basically after me, the stuff, but before I did it myself, and I knew where something was, and it sounds a bit like Minecraft. Yeah, if it is not high enough, it looks like Minecraft too. Mash
There's
decay,
a
hey.
good question from Nightcloak about whether you can improve the effectiveness of mulching as part of, because when mulching in game is pretty minimal effect. I guess there was some stuff in the 19 alpha to do with mulching and field work. I don't
Yeah,
know
this
whether
is
that's
what
going to
now
make
this.
it in or not.
Yeah, and this is stuff for the density departure. So there we
Mm.
are back at the densities. This is our English branch working on
Yep.
the whole seasons and precision farming features, where we have to merge the stuff afterwards together and see on how much. The only thing that I can say is that we are planning, or maybe they have already. If you have, for example, 4 bits, they are up
Hmm.
to 16 or something like that.
Yep.
So, so I
Yep.
really cannot say. I cannot say this will have this impact. I can say we want to have
Mm.
this, for example. Here, this is the flour mix. Have an impact on the soil compaction. Have an impact for the bees. Have an impact for the yield. Have an impact if you mulch it. But this is something that is for way later. This is for way later.
Mm.
We have it on our table, but there's nothing that I can spoil at the moment because we really didn't put it together at the moment.
Yeah. I think the other cool thing is that all of a lot of the testing is being done in multiplayer as well, because you guys are people who play multiplayer all the time, so it has to work in multiplayer.
Yeah, and multiplayer is
And
isn't a pain in the ass because of the
yeah,
synchronization. If it doesn't work in multiplayer, you don't cannot use it. In single player, you can
no,
do so much. Oh, but another cool thing. Um, you guys know that wait, why talk about it? I can show you. I can show you. Just showing you might be. Wait, let's have a. Everybody who is doing Greenland stuff, right,
yeah,
is annoyed by the way the mulching and all that works. That if you, for example, if you did mow something and you left something standing there and you went over it with the mulcher, you all of a sudden all the stubbles were gone. Or
hmm,
when you go with what is a striegel called in English?
pass.
Here, wait, no, wait, I will show you. Here, this here. Delay, 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 delay.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the delay to catch up.
Yeah, is it harrow because it's no power harrow? It's weeder.
Uh, uh, Harrow, I think probably.
Is it? I'm not sure what it is called in the
Yeah, in game it's called a weeder,
in.
but
Okay, weeder. Yeah, that was what I was looking for.
yeah.
Um, or if you use the weeder in autumn or the winter to get the grasslands down. Um, you have the blank texture of the ground, right?
Hmm.
And that is not really realistic, right? Because there nothing is nothing.
Yeah.
So, well, how cool would it be if you had crop destruction on grass?
It would be pretty annoying if you ever had to drive in that grass field.
Why? Because you can still mow it.
Yeah.
What wouldn't it be? Wouldn't it be nice if you could see, or if you could see when you? I'm not sure. This is here testing. I'm not sure if it is still if it is already implemented on this grass. Yeah. So
Mm.
um, But I would show you. You know, I'm this guy who tests and says, look at the feature, and then, oh, it is in the version
It's
above.
not there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't care, because you can see when we fail. You see it is... Can you see it in the stream? I hope
Yep.
you see the stubble, right?
You can just about see, yeah.
Okay. Now it's possible that this wheel here has this care wheel in the XML, because I wanted it to use for something different. Let's have a look if it's destroying nothing here. Wait. So, but if you
No, it is. I think it is.
I'm not sure. I will show you here. Here I can see if I have crop destruction or not. Yeah, it has crop destruction. So, you see the crop destruction? Wait.
Yep.
You see the difference in the height? Here I cut it. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I here mowed it, and here I had the crop destruction.
Yep.
Wait, and now comes the funny part.
What you can't see is me crouching down to try and see the difference.
Yeah, me too. and now, when you want to mulch it, because you left something standing like here. Walking to it without looking. Let's have a look. Did it work? Oh, you can barely see it. You can barely see it. Oh shit. Oh shit. I'm not sure if you can...
No.
I'm not sure if you can see it from... That was the same when Robert was showing it to me by screenshot, and I said, what should I see? He said, can't you see it? No, you can't. It's very hard on the picture, but you must trust me on that. You really must trust me on that.
Trust Uncle Paul.
That the difference between the stubble that you mowed and the stubble that you mulched and the stubble that you get when you have crop destruction is 3 different stubbles. Yeah, so you still 3D, right? Correct. So it's not just a flattened texture. And the good thing is, what you cannot see here at the moment. Can you not? I'm not sure, because the texture is not final that we have in between. When you mulch grass, you will get how is it called? For straw, it's chopped straw. For grass, it will be chopped grass.
Okay. Yep.
You will see it on the ground beneath the stubbles. Mm-hmm. So you finally can make use of your mulcher, weeder, and seeder for the greening, and you see an impact.
And I guess eventually, TBD, it will have an impact as well as a visual impact.
Yes, but this is the same.
Yep.
I think I can see it lightly here in the middle of the screen. Being this is the stuff that we have to do afterwards when we merge the I will call it now the seasons department to the crop department.
Yeah, if you crouch and turn your head slightly to the right, you can definitely see something.
Yeah, this is exactly me in front of the mirror 20 years ago when I went to gain some muscle. Well, if I go in this light and I stand at this position, and the sweat drop is really rolling around the breast muscle, you can see that it has grown. Yeah, something like that.
No, I miss these streams.
Yeah, me too. And this is all. Listen. And repeat. This is all already without script. The script.
That's nuts, isn't it?
The script will have much more impact. And I just can only repeat, and please please, guys, I don't want to beg for anything, but we do all for free, and we do it by heart, and we love it. But we also are very happy about it when you just support us by free by heart. You want to donate us something, or use the promo code AlienPaul. It doesn't matter if you do or not. We will do this crazy shit all along, and we will put it on ModHub anyways. But it is just, you cannot imagine on how happy I was the last time I received a small envelope and there was just a Snickers in there. And it was with saying, "Hey, you're not yourself when you're hungry." Yeah, just, I mean, at the moment I'm not allowed to eat that much sugar stuff anymore, and we put all the money that we receive, we put in on forward for the FarmCon, for some stuff for hotel and for the merchants, so for us. But we are really happy by the smallest amount of support that you give us, free by heart and not pressured into any club membership or whatever. We won't do that, but don't think we are that stone cold that we are not happy about stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, there won't be any paywalls to get access to this stuff.
Because the biggest achievement for us is, I think the biggest achievement after having this stuff in the game and play with it is having giants being interested in it, and other like John Deere precision farming guys being interested in it, for having it maybe implemented later on in another farm sim where we won't gain anything of it, but just to be happy that it is in the game, that we can use it. This is so the biggest thing. And of course the so much positivity that reaches us at the moment for the small spoilers and previews that I gave of TerraLife. And I just can repeat, yes, I might be the brain fart behind it. It was my idea, but I could not have achieved it with all the manpower, with the really amazing team that we have. And they put so much effort in it, and they are so it makes so much fun this year. I can really tell you, the year, the change of the year and the change of the team, and it makes so much fun. They are so guys, I love you. I really do. On a total manly way, of course, right?
Yeah. On their behalf, thank you. I really like you too.
Someone says when you're hungry, you're getting to a diva. No. I'm never getting to a diva. Because I'm saying that because just before the stream, I talked with with Disturbed about some divas recently popping up again, and trust me, I'm not that kind of a diva.
Yeah.
I never will be.
There's a question about whether people will be able to add the feature to non-supported maps themselves.
I think the best answer that I have given in the past is it's not if TerraLife is compatible with the maps, because you do not implement TerraLife in the maps. You have to try to get the map into TerraLife. From the amount of stuff, there will be no map that is bigger than the TerraLife stuff.
Yeah, I guess I say you have to try and drop a map on top of TerraLife.
So yes, first of all, our team maps, our own maps will be out there with TerraLife, because we have the hand on the support. We can react much faster. We know the stuff better on how to fix. And when it is safe and sound out there, of course, people can try to take the stuff from certain TerraLife maps, because every map will have different features. So there's no one TerraLife package, yeah, because they are all different, and can try to implement it into their maps. The usual guys will not get support like you guys got in FS19 with the horse extension update package that with the amount of support that was coming there, the support flood nearly killed me, and there is really no. If you are a partner, and I have to specify the word partner, because in FS19 we had a lot of Maze Plus partners, 190 something. I reduced them already down to 50 now, and will reduce it more, because partnership means giving and receiving, not taking and being away. And all those who work that way, who try to get the best of us, they can really lick my brezel. We won't do it like that. Some new people approached me who seemed very, very nice and kind, and if they stay that way, sure, maybe we can give support here and there, but not in masses. For example, we just integrated one guy in our team. So Sergeant Bilko with the Eifel Land map never has been in a team before. He's also over 40. He's now mapper in our team. So his map gets TerraLife. So that's the easiest way. So yeah.
But it's a much smaller club this time.
Yes. And for the questions on how can I become a farming agency member or team member, where do I have to apply? You can't.
It's an invite-only club.
No, it's much better. I mean, in German, it sounds much better, because everybody in the team got picked by me. It was by accident that we had a discussion in voice, and we talked, and it all the first 2 minutes were enough to see, hey, this is someone you could drink a beer with, or you could leave your kids with, or whatever. And yeah, on top of it, hey, he's also a very good scripter or mapper, or nice. So you really have to fit, and we don't want to get bigger. We want to get better. When that means that we have to get bigger, okay. But when it means we stay that way, is also okay.
Yeah. I think that the team that is there now is big enough to achieve everything that you want to achieve.
Yeah.
There's a really good selection of maps, so we don't need more. And like you say, I think it's pretty obvious when the team are chatting that everyone kind of fits.
Sorry. Aisha Power is the first who asked, but I had my eye on you for a couple of months already. so you got the in German we would say Freilos. How do you say in free to play,
Yeah. See, what I was thinking is those nights where he felt like he didn't quite sleep right, and he woke up feeling a little bit uncomfortable. The alien was watching.
Yeah. And it's not just a gentleman's club only. It's a special gentleman's club only.
Yeah.
Because we have really, really, really nice people in there. That doesn't mean that neither of them can be an asshole. Everybody of us can be an asshole, but in a decent amount. So that means only by given reason. But they are all good people, really, really good people, and this is what makes it very. Very interesting to delegate the team. It is, how can I say it? It is much more to delegate now, because the team is much bigger, and with TerraLife being now a team project, much more branches to connect and all that stuff. But
yeah, there's something that needs managing rather than just a couple of people doing stuff and just
yes, yay. Because the first 2 years with the other team, it was less work, but it was more work, more effort, more power needed, more, because now we have people that can work on their own.
Yeah.
You say there's this and this topic. We need to do something. Has anybody interest to say yes? We do, and they do. And you don't have to ask. And you don't have to ask every time. Have you done or whatever? No, they just do.
Yeah, and they go and they talk to each other.
And they can have their own private projects and help each other on that too. And there's no beef in between or it's just. It's so nice. It's so fucking reducking nice. I can tell you.
Yeah, it's really cool just to sit and watch the stuff appear. And what I find quite amazing as well is on top of that, people will have their own random little projects and stuff that quite often complement and fill in gaps and whatever. And they're just off doing that on their own because they think it'd be a really good addition.
And what I really like is that people accept that if you have they have all their side projects. I mean, Glowin or best example is Ola, who has very big projects. There is never ever a question on. That it's quite normal that they keep TerraLife and their own projects separated. So there's never a problem that someone, we have made that yesterday evening. Now I can use it for my project and release it earlier. No, nobody does. They all have accepted that we do this project together, and all the side projects are more or less other projects, but the whole team will help on the side project if there is help needed, and it's so much fun.
Yeah.
And this is really what makes me so angry that other I will call them modding teams too really try to milk the community for money by these club memberships. And if you go to the alpha, you here alpha tester supporter team only the next 8 weeks you can play on the map, and just fucking no, ducking no.
Yeah. Or even if the community don't invest enough beforehand, we won't even make the mod.
Yeah.
It's a strange world, I guess.
Yeah, but we have really I'm so happy about it that we seem to not have this community around us. We have the fitting team with the fitting community in the fitting game, and it's really really nice that it played out so well.
I think not to make you feel too great. I think a lot of that is the way that you run the community on the Discord and everywhere else. It's I think that this is not going to sound quite right. The low tolerance for people that are outliers to how the community is helps keep the community the way it is.
Yeah, I don't let this go to my head. If you think or if you wanted to suggest that I don't get it wrong, and please, you guys don't get it wrong that it does not sound arrogant. I know that because it's really a ton of work that I have to put in that to keep it that way. The way I noticed is when I gave too much power to several moderators in the Discord, where I thought the needed time I'm taking now because Discord is ruled and I have to push this guy or this guy into doing something now. The way the climate changed in 1 week in the Discord was so aggravating for me. And I'm not an asshole. I think I'm a very kind person, and I can share even when I have one lolly, I will give it to you, even if it is the last. I'm that type of guy. I grew up with nothing, and so I'm not used to have a lot. But what I learned is you have to be strict. If you say no, it has to mean no. And I know a lot of people don't know the meaning of the word no because there are books about it, what no means. And when I say I don't want this here, I don't want that people kick from above down to people laying on the ground or having made a not so intelligent comment. Yeah, but it was not no swearing. It was not disrespectful. It was just unlucky. You don't have to poke on this person, because that makes people aggravating and acting like idiots. And so if I say I don't want it, and if you don't behave, I will kick you or I will restrict you, I will do. And that's the only thing that I do.
Yeah.
Like in the team, I say, do you want to make this mod, or do you want to make this work? You have the chance. You can say, yes, I do it, or no, I don't. I have no interest in it. It's both okay, but it's both an answer I can live with and I can work with.
I think it's just something that I've slipped on occasionally in my own Discord and felt really awful for afterwards. The jumping on someone's little silly mistake, and I now try to discourage that kind of thing, because I tended to find there was a good reason why they wrote something the way they did, or whatever, or that the way I was trying to explain something to them didn't work. And yeah, I speak one language. Quite often, the people that are asking questions are speaking in my language that's not their native one. So, I've tried to consider that, and
Bye, Kartesh.
it's part of. I think it's part of the fact that a lot of the time these are international communities, and the people that maybe don't phrase a question quite right, but then are responsive, you want to encourage. The ones where they phrase a question okay, but then aren't receptive to the answers, I discourage heavily. Certainly in my own one. But
one of the main reasons why does it start? Stop it! One of the main reasons why we or I stopped the English streams at the point we did was also I was very unhappy with the way that they went. I was sick and not feeling well. You were not feeling well. I had to concentrate what I was not capable of, and we slipped in such a bad way that we had very not friendly and child friendly and user friendly topics.
Yep.
What I don't like, I have no problem having pub talk when we are off camera or so, and for 5 minutes, and then go back to normal speaking. But I don't like it in the stream, and I really recognized myself not being capable of staying off that topic, because when you have such stupid topics, you don't have to think. And this is why they slipped. And so that was also a reason I don't want to go there. I don't want to be there. And I have to be a good example and cannot pray water and drink wine my own. So this is also something that is really necessary to have to be self-reflected and see that you do not better than you intend to have the other guys behave.
Yep.
Look at this! I just mulched the oilseed radish, and what do you see? There are stubble! Yeah. I mean, the ground texture is not final.
3D still.
The ground texture is not final. We couldn't change that for the stream yet, but it is already there. And you see now, this is oilseed radish. These two are not in the vanilla game. These growth stages are not there. Without scripting, we just put it in there.
Yeah.
And it's a small detail. And just today I talked to Robert and I said, I just made those small posts about the animal system, about the feeding. I was just happy that I had done just a small amount of implementing. It was a lot of work, but it's just, for me, it's just a small piece. Yeah, there's so much to go. but on how positive people reacted on those posts and on how they celebrate the game-changing thing, I do not see that anymore. I'm too much into my thoughts of how big the project is that I cannot be happy about small achievements.
Yeah, you don't appreciate the bits you've done.
Yeah, no, I appreciate them. I appreciate them, but I cannot celebrate them like the community does, and this gives me struggle because, right? It's like having if they have too high of expectations, I think then the drop off in the end will be too big, because if they already have for such small things such a big expectation, and it will grow much bigger, but maybe not that certain percentage of what they hoped for, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think the stuff that I've seen that you've shared publicly is really exciting. As someone who has, since I discovered that scary thing that was Maize Plus in FS19, it's generally the way I play Farm Sim, apart from a couple of divergencies. And the extra stuff that this adds just makes the bits that I like about Farm Sim so much better.
Look at the guys here. They still
They
have
they
the nervous animation, yeah, the basic animation. So we didn't change that yet.
yeah
But look at them. They also have very very early alpha textures. But can you
yep
see something on them,
yep
or do they
I
miss?
can.
Do they miss something?
They're missing something and they have something else instead.
Yeah, I mean that they are bulls. Sure,
Yes,
everybody
yes.
knows that we have bulls, but you see that they are missing something.
The horns.
Yeah, and those are just small details, right? Where I cannot give enough credit to Bavarian redneck. You see that these are heifers here,
Yeah.
yeah, the brown ones, and they are Holsteins. So they are red and black Holsteins. They are I don't know if everybody knows, but there are red cows, black cows, brown cows, whatever cows, and Holstein normally are black and white. But here in my region, and for example where the Bergisch Land map plays, we have a special breed where we put old red colored cows and cross them with Holstein. So
Ah,
they are actually red colored and black colored and are Holstein, but they are just yeah, in a different. Do we have some here? Yeah, they behind, you see. So we have this mixed herd, and they all have no horns. And those cows have bigger titties than the heifers because the heifers have no calves. And
yep.
what can I say? There goes my saying.
Yep.
I
You've
don't want any
ruined.
cow. I
Yep.
don't want bulls with titties. No.
And you've ruined it for yourself.
Yeah, no.
You've ruined it for yourself.
So and that they have still the crappy animations that come with the models that we bought. I think some are changed, but it's very 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 much work to do, because the team is unless some exceptions, but most of the team is not that much experienced in the department that they are working now. Yeah. So it is doing and learning and doing and making mistakes and making it better and learning. And this is also a very, very big journey for all of us. That we as a team now are a TerraLife team that is way out of their comfort zone. Way out of their comfort zone. Because all up to horse extension was, yeah, no problem, because I made a lot of this stuff before Maze Plus came out locally, so a lot of this stuff was already, we knew on how to do. Then came Maze Plus, and with this we are very comfortable. But all the other things that are necessary to make TerraLife possible, just to get the crops in for Farming Simulator 22, you don't just copy and paste the crops from 19 to 22. And you cannot use the textures from FS 19 because Ducking Giants just made amazing textures in the farm sim. Yeah, back in the days it was having Giant Standard was a decrease in your work. Yeah, it was not a compliment. And now having Giant Standard is a compliment. And so this is so much work. And we have personal and private issues where we have to deal with everybody on its own level. And of course, it affects the pace on how we can work. But as we are only a hobby team, and we have to learn, no, we had to learn to take our time, not to give by, or not to give in into pressure from the community or someone. It's done when it's done. It's done in our own pace. We want to do it as fast as possible, but as good as necessary, or as good as possible, even though. And if someone has, maybe someone collapses at home and he can't do stuff for 3 weeks and the whole team can't do anything, then we don't make a big deal out of it, because private life always comes first. And this is very important. This is very, very important.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you went through the effects of being pushed to do stuff too hard and too much.
And now it is with the team that we have now. Back in the days, it was all on my shoulders, and I had to carry the weight. And now people say from the team say, "Come on, I will do it." Then you don't have to do it. Then you can do the other stuff. People really take workload off my back, and this is so why I try to keep the back of my team. I try to keep them safe from, or that they don't have to do the unnecessary things. So if there's something with ModHub or with Giants or with another modder or permission or social media, I will do this because I'm good at it, and so why shouldn't I do it, what I'm good at? And when someone else is good at scripting or good at Blender, then they do that and do not waste their time on stuff that I can do for them.
And it also frees you up to do the design of what you want want to try and achieve, without having to spend the time trying to struggle your way through implementing stuff.
Sorry, I just read. Did you read that from Bavarian Redneck?
I replied to him, yeah.
Sorry, I didn't even see it. Why didn't you mention it? What the? No way!
It's a family-friendly stream. I didn't want to mention that he was animating those.
Yeah, you can. I mean, from a friend of mine, the housekeeper cooks bull's balls. The problem is that the farming agency account is written at the moment by Bull, so I'm not sure if Redneck is struggling with Robert's balls or the bull balls, right? So.
Oh.
Yeah, this is where the funny part comes in. Not.
Yeah. So. It's obviously getting close to the end.
What? No, we will just go back to normal topic.
Yeah. What else have we got that we can show off?
Yeah, we won't do so long, but you guys know here the mill from Rainer, for example.
Mm-hmm.
We will modify it for the stream to get the canola and sunflower grist. We will have to have a very... Oh no, that's the wrong one. I wanted to go... There I wanted to go. At the moment we have canola grist and sunflower grist. We have to maybe we have to make two separate fill types, so that this is the pure corn that gets grinded.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but normally you would have the rape cake or canola cake from the end product of a production. So we don't want to block a fill type. So if someone is using a production that you know the universal fill type, tralala, yeah, well, everybody.
Yep.
So and Braven and Achim are the revamp guys, so they have the overview of the productions. So I'm not sure of the fill type will be the same or on top a different, because the product is on top a different. If you harvest your canola and you want to break it open that the cows can use the ingredients, then you have to have canola grist. You have to do it your own. If you want to have only the end product of a production, then it has to be canola cake or however. So we still have to manage to get those in line. But I think we will keep it that way, that you can grind your own canola and sunflower, and I think we will also put on top. We have the CCM and the CCM raw, the corn grain grist. We should have a fourth fill type that is I don't know how it is called in English. In German. It's called Bruchmais, so that means you do not grind the maize. You just break it open.
I think it's rolled.
Yeah, something like that. It's
think
used.
it's rolled.
It's used for chicken food, and it's also used for
Cracked. That's the one.
yeah, cracked corn. Right, cracked corn. Yeah. And I think Americans do that a lot. We do it also here with the feeding companies. We have that in a lot of food, and also corn flakes. Not the corn flakes that no, I know.
Not the Kellogg's ones.
No, the right word for it is cornflakes. Maisflocken is it called? It's like Haferflocken, so oat flakes or rice flakes, and they are also used for feeding. Cornflakes that are really mild rolled corn. Of course, without sugar and all that stuff. They are also used in calf feeding. So there are endless possibilities, but they all have to fit into this whole performance doables. We are thankful to revamp that, increase the fill type limit. We are way above 300 fill types. Way above. And we would have had, I think, 180, 190 high types at the moment. So it is easy to make another fill type. But the whole chain from crop to the end, that is the part that is making it interesting for us to really achieve a whole cycle within.
I guess productions, as much as some people don't like those, actually make that a lot easier, because the game has that functionality built in already, and like Rainer's little mill.
We have to differ between to produce something yourself or having a fabric for production.
Yeah.
I don't need when you look at here, you see how much I care for production products in the list. How many are here listed?
But I'm thinking things like making the milled grains. You can use productions at a small scale, like Rainer's mill, to do that.
Yeah, but I like to
not big building productions that you have a little mill on the farm, you put grain in, it comes out.
Yeah, I'm more likely to fill type converters like they were in FS19 or as they are, because it is not a production if you roll oat through a roller or a mill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just to get the taste of it. It's not a production. It is a production if you have a brewery where you deliver your brewer's barley.
Yep.
you get money for it, you go home, and afterwards, 2 weeks later, you can buy a trailer full of brewer's grain and a couple of beer. This is a production,
Mm.
and
I
I don't like those.
I just meant more the game mechanic.
Yeah.
So
Neither this
so
is.
like Rainer's mill. That kind of scale.
Yeah, but the problem is you have with the vehicle you cannot do a production, so you have to make it
Mm.
stationary. So this is closing in on
Yeah.
not enough use cases. So there's also a fine path to go. We have now all the opportunities, and I'm open to it. Revamp will be a dependency for TerraLife. So much I can say. It has to be a dependency. Not only because they are a part of our team and because I like those guys. No, because I think in different certain use cases, it makes totally sense to have it, and
Hmm.
you can choose by your own if you want to go all out and just go way above that what was meant to be on the map. But I will focus on having a closed ecosystem. Not to say, oh, you don't have to change anything. No, not that. But to give a closed ecosystem where people have a certain amount of learning curve and getting understanding of this, what I want to show. And if they want to change it afterwards, of course, it's a game. They can change it as they want to. But with Revamp, we give them also the possibility, instead of having to implement it afterwards. We can so do stuff in Revamp to prevent failures or incompatibilities.
Incompatibilities. Yep.
Incompatibilities. That was a missing thing. Yeah. So we have now the hand in having the support. Good. In good regulation.
Mm. Yeah.
Same as with the crop calendar. It's a pain in the ass because you only can pick 4 weeks.
For
You cannot pick less.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah. If you say for barley harvest
Yeah.
mid-June, mid-July would be realistic.
Mm. Yep.
What have you do? You have to do all of June and all of July.
Mm.
And this is something that annoys me a lot because if you want to give a small harvest window, for example, field grass, it has to be 1 month.
Mm.
One closed month. You cannot say
Yeah.
the last
I
week
get
of
you.
July into the second week of September. No, you can pick that, or you can pick September, or you can pick July. And this
Yeah.
variation is way too big.
I guess that's a hangover of the fact that everything or a lot of the underlying code is written around the fact that the game was originally going to be 1 day months. And but it's why quite often a lot of stuff refers to day for things when actually they mean month.
Yeah.
And that confuses a lot of people.
Crimping grain was that for the cornflakes. Oh yeah, and Pete says you can roll corn, peas too, right? But wheat and barley, you mostly grind. Oat you do roll.
Mm.
I think peas too, but I think peas are getting cracked like the cracked corn. I'm not sure yet. I'm not quite sure at the moment. I think the grinding of wheat and barley is because of the mostly it's for cows or barley for the pigs. They try to separate.
Mm. To break the grain open.
Yeah, and if it's grinded, it's too small of picking only the white part out.
Mm.
I rolled barley from risotto just so we get some. Yeah, so there is really I mean, uh, with the vineyards and olives, they implemented something in there that will have another use case where I will not speak about for a couple of months. Um, there's also something where we can build up on that is really nice. Um, the stuff that we have in here is also already really nice. We don't want to have exotic stuff at the moment,
Hmm.
because, as I said before, we want to have the machinery for it. We want to have the use case for it, and it wouldn't make sense to have, for example, 10 times a crop that has the same stuff as summer wheat.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it wouldn't make any sense. And so, but yes, we will have summer barley. I'm still waiting for an answer from DSV because I want to have brewer's barley,
Hmm.
and they don't have it yet. And
Okay.
I'm not sure if I can talk about it. So of course I cannot show it. So yeah, so I'm waiting for some information on when we can do it. Um, yeah, with the food beet I we spoke about with the carrot. Yeah, and isn't it great? There's this channel Ruhe Landwirtschaft, what I refer to every time when people called me an idiot in FS19 with harvesting the carrots and the potatoes with the same Grimme 260, where I said it's so
Hmm.
unrealistic and then I showed them this YouTube channel where they do exactly this, yeah, and you won't guess what they get as a third row crop now.
Gotta be.
Onions.
Or onions. Onions.
Onions. So it's very nice, and they have a Deutsch only. So
Mm.
as if I had known, right, that I picked the Deutsch onion.
It's one of the better brands.
Was the half month a request? Yes, yes, Achim. It is a very needed one, but not. This is not on the highest topic because we have to see if we can make it work with the season skies, with the density
Mm.
skies.
I think that'll be tricky because of the fact that so much of the game is written around 1 day is 1 month, and then they added in the extra afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, what Nigel says, why stop there or do 7 day per month for the growth? No, this is we don't want to have unnecessary performance issues. Yeah, if you can split up 4 weeks into 2 weeks in the growth calendar, it opens up so much so many possibilities that it is enough to showcase what you want to showcase.
Mm.
Sure, you could showcase it with more than two uh, than more than 2 weeks or more than 2 week sections, but on how quick it can escalate, we uh, we could see in the animal feeding where people already not understanding on how it works with the sliders, but already complaining about there were too many. So those are necessary that they are that many for the growth calendar. If we have 1 month separated in 2 week parts for splitting up the crop a little bit more is more than enough.
Mm. Yeah, and that still gives people flexibility on the pace that they want to play at because not everyone wants to play on a 7 day month.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, Whereas
Um,
a 2 day month is, it's a tough minimum when you're playing with Maze Plus, but I don't think I've ever played with more than a 3 day month. So
oh, this is why you're so feeding so much.
yeah, yeah,
No,
it's
but don't people don't get me wrong. Yes, I understand that for the guy who wants to play 1 day a month, they really don't care. They care about not having to put 1 million liters food in the barn. Um,
mm,
I know that we are or that they are not the target audience, because
true.
the target audience for this what we are doing are
Is
we
you.
are we ourselves.
Yeah.
And if people are interested in what we are doing and like what we are doing and have constructive criticism, of course we will change stuff in a certain way. We try to make a switch so that you maybe can use base game features instead of, but only if the whole plant ecosystem and workflow is still intact. If,
Mm.
for example, we would make TerraLife and you could buy a Switch, play it like vanilla game, no. Why?
Yeah. It's not. It's you just play a different map.
It's effort on top and work on top only to make it worse than it is.
Mm.
This is this type of energy that I spent in FS19 for a lot of for making horse extension work on a lot of maps because they were laid out very differently. Um, Costs us so much energy that we hang behind with our things that we want to do and achieve.
Mm.
And now we have a team that is really willing to do. And yes, I get a lot from, especially from Braven and Achim Mobil. They think a lot about people who want to play it simpler because they don't know Maze Plus and all that stuff from the last 2-3 years. But they also say in certain use cases, it makes totally sense to say, okay, it is that way as it is. Deal with it or leave it,
Yeah.
because it would destroy the whole meaning of it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. If you don't want to play with all of it, then use Maze Plus, I guess, and use maps that don't have it built in.
Yeah, and that is the other thing that and why I want to come to agreement with Shizzle, that we meet on a certain point where we can say, okay, we will give you all the support that you need with Maze Plus on your enhanced animal system. Then people have a simpler way on having all the animals and the features of Maze Plus
Mm.
in a map. If you want to have additional crops, build them in yourself for your personal use case. Um, or a mapper builds a map with certain crops and you put Maze Plus and enhanced animal system on top of it. But the whole parade you will get with TerraLife, where it is all combined together, and so you have to pick. I want to play vanilla. I want to play vanilla with Maze Plus, or I want to play vanilla with enhanced animal system, or I want to play vanilla with enhanced animal system and Maze Plus, or you want to play TerraLife maps. You have to pick it. You have to take it. If you don't like it, leave it. But don't make me animate my balls.
Yeah. You've got someone else to do that for you.
Yeah. that is really what was it a very bad thing?
It was someone trying to sell a scam.
Okay, thank you.
So, yeah, I just had to work out how to get rid of it.
So what we are trying now is we will stream 3 to 4 times a week. Now I'm hanging on with my English knowledge of days. I think it's Tuesday. The German stream, the day after Monday. Yes, Tuesday, right?
Yep, Tuesday. Yep,
Okay, then
Tuesday.
the English Thursday, where we are here, we will keep it up now.
Yep.
Then depending on if Rainer is there or not, if Achim Mobil is streaming or not, Friday at the moment, on maybe the same with Saturday. So it is possible that I will stream on Friday or on Saturday, one of those 2 days possible. Sunday for sure. Sunday will be also gameplay, but I will also make a little recap of what we have accomplished in the week before, so that you guys have always a little update. Makes it hard for the English speaking community, but I guess there's someone in here who will probably make something on the summon that I do there in small video form or text form, right?
Yeah, yep, I will attempt to. We'll just have to have a chat at some point.
Yeah, we'll make it like a little wrap up so that you
Yeah.
don't have to watch the whole stream.
Yeah, I'm not like
And you wouldn't understand anyways what I'm saying. So
no. One of the guys on my channel watches your streams with English subtitles on.
yeah, but wouldn't it make more sense if I make a list of what I want to say,
Yep,
what we achieved, and I just give it to you in English?
yep, with a couple of
Right?
pictures, that'd be perfect.
Yeah, pictures. You want pictures?
I want pictures as well. Yeah,
You know, I'm an old, greedy, fat man. You don't want to have pictures of me.
not necessarily of you. You know.
But I'm plus size.
Yeah, I don't need pictures of you modeling your new clothes.
Oh, come on. So this is and I know you guys, some of you are waiting more than others, but the way I am doing the streams and the spoilers and all that is because I know and I hope that you guys understand, as soon as we have something to release, we will tell you. But I can tell you, before we do not start with the Holzer map beta streams. Yeah, so there will be Fridays will be Eiflerland Alpha streams. They will have the same features or maybe some different to this map here. That will go for a long time. It will weeks and months. So I don't think that you will see any TerraLife map before late autumn or winter. This is fact. We do not accomplish all the features, and I don't want to release before it's not finished. I don't want to have a partial release. TerraLife has to be running, and then we have to put the map into the TerraLife, and then we will do beta streams. And then is the time where you can annoy me with release dates, but you know us better. We will, of course, announce it early enough, so you don't have to ask every week in every stream release date or whatever. As long as we are not there in the Holzer map beta streams, there's nothing close to knowing when.
You'll know when, because we'll all be really excited and want to tell you. So
Yeah.
And you'll see it progress as you go through, and you'll probably get a sense of how close we are.
Yeah, and I just want you guys to see on how much work it is, on how much just small steps take to accomplish. Yeah, so I got really a lot, and I mean by a lot I mean in two digits wise. Yeah, PMs from people who are complaining about us only showing off and spoilering and teasing, and nothing comes out ever. And it won't be out this farm sim anyways. And stuff like that.
We had a bit of that with Maze Plus, though.
Yeah.
You know, it's never going to come out, and it did.
So, just to have a timestamp in mind, the same game time that we have now in Farm Sim 22, back in FS19, Horse extension was not out yet. Neither was any TerraLife Alpha stream. So we are still not at the point where we had in FS19 the Horse extension out. So how could we achieve more in shorter time?
Yeah.
Yes, Pete, it will come to console partially in FS25. This is really one big point that I want to talk about too. I'm not into console bashing or all that stuff. I'm very, very thankful for console players because they make it possible that Giants earns money to keep up the way they develop, that they keep FarmSim open for modders. That they can put money into people who have to support the modders and the test team and all that. They just could spend the money on other things if they just would sell on consoles. But with the consoles we have, well, we can make sure that Giants earns enough money to keep the company rolling, and because of most of the old consoles are not that heavy on the performance, Giants has to find new ways to make the engine run better, and we all have something out of it. Yeah, just keep in mind, it would be a PC only game, and you say you complain about, oh, I'm having only 30 FPS, and you would say, Giant support, help me, and then they will say, yeah, what do you have for a PC? And you say, yeah, I've got this and this, and they just answered, yeah, buy a better PC. Yeah, so with the console, it's impossible because they have to make it run on console. And all the PC guys out there who are bashing consoles, my PC, my 50,000, my 15,000 PC, high-end PC runs better as a console. Yeah, what a comparison. But the other guys who say PC is better than console, is your PC better than a newer console? Because the new consoles are very powerful, and all the reports, the log files that I see when people have issues, I think they are running it on PCs that come from the Steam engine area. Yeah, so most of the consoles are way more powerful. And if we got rid of the PS4 and equivalent from the Xbox, and only the new consoles are there for the next farm sim, there will be a huge impact and a huge feature update.
I think the thing with the PC only game is I think developers will still go by like the Steam collate the kind of average PC specs, and they are much lower than people think.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, a developer like Giants would be foolish, even if they weren't developing for console, to not develop with that in mind, because you'd alienate so much of your audience, so much more.
I think most of the overseas players back in FS19 were console players. I received so many funny PMs, sometimes people swearing at me where I first got it on the wrong. They got me on the wrong foot. So something like, "Ah, you asshole," with your ducking Maze Plus. And I thought, whoa, what is going on? And then a smiley. Only because of you, I had to buy a PC to enjoy. Yeah, so and there were a lot. I mean, a lot means I think 40, 50 people wrote me something like that. Not all in the same way, but saying that they started on PC, and that was a time where hardware was very expensive, and it was really a pain in the butt to do so. But overseas, there are a lot of console players, and console players just buy everything to have something new. They cannot modify their stuff, and so they're very important. And I would never bash about console players, because I'm coming from console. Back in the days, I started with Battlefield on PS3 because it was easy. You come home, you put in the CD, you start the multiplayer, you play, and you switch off. And the next time, you just restart with the PC. If you don't come from the right direction with the right tempered finger to push the start button, it will have awkwardly updates requests the whole day. And if the moon phase is wrong when you turn off the PC. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I understand that if you don't have much time, console is easy playing.
I think I got disillusioned with that when I had PlayStation 1 through 3. I think 3 was the last one I had, and that you just put the disc in and play went away with PlayStation 3. I remember one of the last games I got, I put the disc in, and it had to do a 3-hour download to be able to play the game.
Sorry, I'm just, I don't know if you saw it, or did I got a low NPC because of Maze Plus.
Yeah. You make people spend money.
I'm so sorry, but I hope you are happy with this crazy family here. I think the only thing that can be cheaper than the minimum request is our laughs and our jokes, right? There we have low mileage we have high mileage on bad jokes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you had basically the same approach to PC and all that stuff, right? With gaming then.
Yeah, I got a PlayStation 1 when I was at university because it was cheap and it meant I could game. Um, and it was only, oh, probably 14-ish years ago that I got back into PC gaming. I used to be into PC gaming when I was a teenager, playing in like the late 90s when games came on 15 floppy disks.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
with back in the days with the C64 Commodore and all that stuff, and
yeah.
Amiga 500, I had that all behind too. And then I had a PC back in the days.
Mm.
It has to be something around the 2000s because um, no, it must no earlier.
Mine was way before that. Mine
No,
would have been mid 90s.
yeah, mine too, because I played Eurofighter and Apache Longbow, and
Yep.
I had so that must be middle 90s, right? Somewhere.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. I had a 386 with upgraded to 6 megabytes of RAM and a 40 megabyte hard drive.
I bought the PC and it cost 10,000 Deutschmark.
Yeah.
It was with a gigantus, enormous 21-inch Ilyama monitor.
Yep.
I
A
had
CRT one with that's like half a meter deep.
Yeah, and I had a printer, the white one, the Dean A3, a big one, a plotter printer, but more like a plotter, and then all the Trustmaster hardware, the F14 flight stick, rudder pedals, the throttle, and the Trustmaster steering wheel, and all that stuff. I never ever used one of those. I never ever printed anything on this ducking printer, and the PC was never ever used to play because I could not manage to install all the drivers that I needed. Then it was a time with the internet where you really had to wait for your bankruptcy, because if you pushed on the wrong download button and it would download 50 hours of whatever, it was yeah, after that you could sell your whatever, your heart, because it was
Yeah.
so expensive. So, and this is where really consoles came up and shined, because it
Mm.
didn't cost anything. And yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I and the years that I was a console gamer, I didn't have space for a PC particularly. I played on a console on a 14-inch TV.
On what?
A 14-inch, so what would that be? 30 centimeter TV?
14, not 40.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah,
say
14.
yeah, because 40 sounds like you are ducking rich back in the days, or
No,
because
14.
oh yeah, I had a camping TV. You know that, what is a TV and
Yeah,
radio
yeah.
together,
Yep. Yep.
and it worked, and we were happy.
Yep. My dad had one of those on his boat.
Yeah, that was cool. So, to wrap it up a little bit, you will have, I hope, a lot of fun with us. You will see always some new stuff. Some things I cannot talk about. Some things I will not talk about. And the biggest magic will happen when we merge the Seasons English department with ours. But to have ours up and running so that we are happy about it really takes a lot of time. So don't expect stuff on that too soon. No, we don't make it to make a rubber band out of it, to make it to pull it in way above or whatever. We do as fast as we can, but it is really, guys, it is a lot of work, and we are very happy and really thankful for teams like Vertex Design, Creative Mesh, Ada Modding, and all those guys who make amazing mods, machinery mods, that we can play and have fun with wonderful machines on this stuff here. We will try to do a change in the way on how you play the farm sim, so on how you put those machines to use. We don't want to fish in their waters because they are very professional, very good guys, high quality mods. So don't expect, except of the Novak or some smaller stuff that we need for our maps or buildings, from us. So we are not that modding team. We don't do machinery and stuff like that. But we will have you covered on all the other things, and yeah, they are not just finished as a 3D model that easy, because if you change something on the one end, something falls down on the other, and so on. And it's all done in our free and spare time. So I just really want to say, if you want to support us, feel free to. We won't work faster. You won't get any special treatment or stuff like that. You only can be guaranteed that we will have a smile on our face when you donate something or use the Alien Paul um, promo code. We use at the moment only the Alien Paul promo code to get the account of Alien Paul to silver. Farming agency will come afterwards, but everything that comes in goes for the whole team. It's not only my personal. I'm co-founder with Robert, so we care and share with the team. And yeah, you put a smile on our face, and we can use it for upgrading stuff, or just having a piece of meat more at a team meeting or stuff like that. It makes us smile, and it shows really how much you appreciate us. But you cannot buy you into any special treatment, and we won't sell any special treatment. It will be free. It will be for everybody available on the mod hub, and so much you just have to make or be sure that you really want to, that you really can afford it, and we're really happy about it.
And when it does become available, go rate it on ModHub at 5 stars, because that does help.
Yeah, that won't hurt for Maze Plus at the moment too.
Yeah, in fact, go do that as well.
Because I found out that a lot of people downrated Maze Plus because that were people that didn't understand Maze Plus, didn't even bother to read the PDF. They just couldn't like me and just downrated it that way, and it's very unfair because yeah, I think it's nevertheless a good mod that made a lot of joy in FarmSim 19, and I think in 22 too.
Definitely. I think there are just some small-minded people that go around and rate mods 0 stars for no, or 1 star for no reason.
So next week or this week, maybe this week, there will be an update on Maze Plus. Just to clarify it again, you have several balers that have silage additive on him. Especially, of course, here
The Crone does.
yeah, the Göweil, of course, too, because you cannot edit the XML file for the additive. You can use all the Maze Plus, the useful Maze Plus stuff in the Göweil master already with the last update. Yeah, you can use them. But with the next update, you will also have you can use the silage additive. We tested it; it works globally on all balers, on all forage wagons, no matter if base game or maybe some with the DLC coming. It will be implemented automatically, and with the long time requested forage harvesters, it will be also globally implemented. So that means for you, no more editing of the XML files or making a mod out of the vanilla game thing just to get the additive in there. It is now, or is then, globally working. And we have put in some bale colors, wrapping colors. Yes, there's a mod out there that puts on wrapping colors. These are my personal preferences. Those are up to the green. The others are just more likely placeholders, so you can put in there your preferred color, your preferred colors, and you have to change it in the Maze Plus beta script to put the codes in there, and then you have always just the colors that you want to use. I know there's something out there that does it globally, but there are so many colors. Then you have always so many colors on the screen, and you never know which one to pick to get the same. This is just a gimmick. It is in there because I wanted it for TerraLife 2. I have to edit the other colors that we need, because with the TerraLife, the Göweil will have, of course, a lot of bales more than just with Maze Plus. So the use case of the Göweil DLC will be way, way, way above the vanilla or Maze Plus use cases, as you saw with all the grasses and all that stuff that is coming, and special other things. For example, no, I don't give an example. You will see. You'll find out. We will show you. Yeah. So this is something. And finally, the mower conditioner bug is fixed. That had to be fixed for 8 months now. And the one responsible for it, won't
It's been fixed.
Yeah, it's been fixed. Braven fixed it. Braven and Glowin and Achim fixed all the things. Hey, and Braven raids with a group of 12 people. Hello. I think he doesn't know that it's an English stream and that we are close and near to finish. But he's Bavarian, so he should understand. Could someone please write a shout out for him? You know how it goes with the shout out?
I do not.
/ shout out and the name OMG is
Okay.
Breide.
Let me give it a try.
If the word / is the right word that I gave you for the...
Yep, it looks like it is.
And then you have to... Oh, he knows that I'm streaming English today. This is great. Oh, thank you, Disturb. Thank you. No, I think we will meet on FarmCon, right? Anyway, so... Oh my God.
Sorry about that.
Thank you.
Just to stream my desk.
I don't care. I really don't care. No, so this basically wraps it up. Everything wraps it, this wraps it now all up, because we will wrap it up. This is quite the right saying, I think. We will add and implement stuff from here to there. There will every here and then there will be a new feature that I can show, or maybe I can't show. One thing has changed. You don't have to look at the number plates. I will not spoil on the number plates. I will give it right in your face. I will give it right in your face if something... yeah. Hau rein, schlaf gut später. We will give it right up to you. So there are no small...
The number plates were too subtle.
Yeah, I just want to keep them. No, I just want to keep them now, because it's that way. And I mean, okay. One last thing I have to do, because we had a talk. We had a talk about a farm, right? You and me, Disturb.
Did we?
Yeah, we had a talk about a farm, right? And on how quality mods and
Yep, we did.
Yeah. So he had the buildings on his farm before, and then he was so happy with them that he just built new ones.
A new farm.
I'm not sure. I think this is still the one.
I'm trying to remember what it looked like the last time I drove around it.
Yeah, this is a complete new cow stable. This is a completely new build only for this map. I'm still a little bit too fat to go through here.
So you can't do the milking.
So you see that here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it takes 20 seconds until you are there, I guess. Wait, then you can push the button. Oh, you can't hear the sound. You should put on the speakers, because You have to
Because I
switch.
may get you twice.
You have to hear the sound. It's really, really nice.
Is it washing the milking bit?
Yeah, the pump is pumping. The vacuum pump is pumping, and it's the sound is really amazing. Wait, let's go. Today,
I'll go back and watch it afterwards.
and then. Oh.
That cow sunk through the floor.
Yeah. I'm sorry if I don't find all the right buttons. I think that was here. The other button for the windshield. You can
Cool.
make it all up. I will make it all down so that I don't have to that I didn't change anything. So yeah, he just built that new because of it's Rainer, right? It's Rainer.
Yeah.
So and then he built a stable for the heifers. He just built it new.
That's nice. I might have a word with him.
Not outside the stream yet.
Oh.
No, not out.
That's really nice.
Yeah. But that is really built for here.
It'd fit really nicely on one of my maps.
Oh yeah, it would fit on a lot of maps really nicely.
Yeah.
But he just built it for himself, and I think when we are done streaming on this map, he might give it to for download. This is the other topic. I've been asked for if the Ostseeküste, this map here, will also be a TerraLife map. And a couple of weeks ago I said, well, wouldn't it make sense to release it with TerraLife if it's already built in here? But it's only a small amount. I mean, 10-15% of TerraLife is built in here at the moment, what we are testing. And it will never have the whole TerraLife stuff in here, I guess, because when we have the whole TerraLife stuff merged together, then we will go to the Holzer stream. And afterwards, if we find time to put it in there, maybe we can do it. Maybe it's possible to take us, maybe give us permission to release that then or something like that. But it's not a priority, so don't expect this map out before anything else. Yeah. So the same goes for the buildings, for the custom stuff that we have on here. It is really made for having some fun for us, for all the some pleasure for all the work that we have in between. Take us has right today that he decided to not have TerraLife. Yeah, this is I really drama queens everywhere. Just because I said it will be at the end of the list. This happened to me in FS19 so often that I had a waiting list of, there were almost 10-20 maps in the waiting. And then someone new came and said, can you put in horse extension in my map? And I said, yeah, but it will take several weeks because, And then they were so, I will never have Maze Plus in my map, all this shit. Yeah, because this is so FarmSim community.
Yeah. Oh well.
This is so farm, and it's so poor. It's so poor. It's so poor.
I think, it's like they think that you won't cope without them. There's already a set of really nice maps that are going to have it. So what?
No, it's really. I mean, I really don't care because I wrote. Someone asked me on Instagram, and I said all exactly the same, that that we will have exactly this release order. Because Holzer is a completely new build map. Yes, it was in FS19, but it's completely new build. Everything is new, including a very expensive topographic model. That means that you really have every pot and shithole on the map is really in. I mean, you basically saw the pictures, right?
Yeah, it looks so real.
Yeah. So this is the priority because this time our team that put so much effort, energy, free time into this project and into all this stuff comes first. That other people are also included, you can see with the TerraLife team, where we have Castor and Flowey in there. They put the same amount of effort and energy, and they are really partners. They do not ask what can I have, they say how can I help. And this is the main basic on, or the main basis on working together. And I really love those two guys. I didn't do it from the beginning. Back in the days, I didn't like Castor. And then afterwards, he just proved himself, and he's a really cool guy, and Flowey the same. And this is on how partnership works. And when people always just demand on, I want to have it, and you say, no, I have no time, it will take some time, and then I go after you with an aggressive, this shit, I don't want to have it anyways, then I can only say, well, poorly,
Okay.
poorly grown up.
Yeah, it's their loss.
Yeah. So I think we will wrap it up. It's gotten a little bit longer, but it's not that much of a delay as when Achim Mobil and me talking, because we plan on 5 minutes and it's getting 3 hours, and it mostly before streams. And so
it's the first time we've had a chat in a very long time as well.
Yeah, and so we really kept it small, but before the stream it was intense, and now it was. I think it was a good stream. I think we gave out a lot of information. I thank you for having an eye on the.
I think we've melted a few people's brains, which is good.
Yeah, come to Discord. We have to talk. Yeah, Achim, after the stream you can hop into, or we hop into the voice, or you can hop in here, no problem. BGO, good evening, the man of the hour. Praise him, praise him, praise him. But now, I think we will have a look if we can rate someone, and then we will rate the usual. We will go to Agrarplay, send him some love from me, and then thank you, Disturb, for being here. And next Thursday you will be here too.
I will be.
And we will see us.
Can't wait.
Catch up in the next stream. So, guys, please follow all to Agrarplay and say love from Paul.
Bye.